Hey, how are you doing today? I am so happy to be here one more time. Today we are back in our marriage essential, where we talk about all the essential factors that will help us build a healthy, successful relationship. In our last episode, we were talking about forgiveness and healthy relationship. I don't know whether you have watched it. If you have not watched it, I will encourage you to go back to the last episode. It was very, very important. And we know that without forgiveness, it's hard for marriage, it's hard for couples to move forward because all of us have the tendency to do wrong at one point in our life or the other. And so last time I defined unforgiveness as the emotional and mental distress. And when the upstairs is not functioning very well, nothing else will go well. Whether it's the children, whether you are at work, wherever you are not gonna concentrate because that emotional and mental distress is there because you have not forgiven what he or she has done. And so it affects all your daily activities. It affects your relationship with God because in Matthew chapter 6, verse 12, it says, when we forgive others their trespasses, when we forgive the wrongs that others have done us, then our Heavenly Father will right our wrong. And so when this unforgiveness comes, it will affect every part of our life. It will affect our relationship with God, our prayer lives, our praise and our worship moods. It will affect our relationship with children. Can you remember when you start shouting at everybody, whether it's at home or at work, on the street, in the stores, because you are bitter? That's what unforgiveness does. It brings bitterness. Your joy is gone. It takes away the joy of living. And so that's why it is important. It's very, very important that we let go. Jesus said offenses must come. Offenses must come means that somebody will offend us. Somebody will misunderstand us. Somebody will call us names that is not our name. But when we don't let it go, it affects us, not only the people that said it or did that to us, it will affect us also. And when we don't forgive, this bitterness may lead to vengeance. Vengeance is when you begin to think about this person that hurt me so bad. What am I going to do to revenge? It takes away your love. It takes away your peace. It takes away everything that means something to you. Let me tell you something. Vengeance, you may even go to the extent of, in your mind of retaliation, you go into the extent of killing or hurting that person. So forgiveness is very, very important in our lives, not only in relationship with our partners, with the kids, with our colleagues, with our members in our churches, wherever it is. Forgiveness is very, very important because it sets our minds straight. It keeps us together. The togetherness comes from forgiveness. Because anywhere you have two or more people, somebody may say something that you do not like. Somebody may do something that you do not like. That brings conflict. And once you don't forgive, this conflict will begin to expand day by day, day by day, day by day. That's why I want you to revisit last episode on forgiveness and unforgiveness and know where to go from there. But today we'll be talking about a continuation of the last episode. Now it was forgiveness and healthy relationship. Today I just want to briefly talk about the benefits of forgiveness. The benefit. Now that you have been emotionally distressed, you have been bitter, because this conflict is expanding, escalating. Maybe it has even want to lead or has led to divorce, separation. Children go your way, you go your way, I go my way. What can we do? What can we do? There is always a solution to every problem. And that's why I'm talking about today. What can you do? The only thing you can do is forgiveness. And that is why today I'm talking about the benefit of forgiveness. Number one is that it brings back your relationship with God. Forgiveness brings back your relationship with those that offended you. Offenders must be there everywhere you go. There is no way everybody will like you. There is no way everybody will do what pleases you. Because, brethren, we have individual differences. Individual differences is when what you like is not what I like. That's when my opinion is different from your opinion. But we always say we disagree to agree. That's how life is. So for us to forgive, we must know, number one, we have these different ideas. We have different perspectives when it comes to topics, when it comes to opinions, whatever it is. How you think is not how I think. And I want you to have that in your head. Like, even though you are husband and wife, even though you are colleagues, even though you are mother, daughter, father, son, it doesn't matter. We have our individual differences. And this is why we must, no matter how angry we are, we must come back together. We must come back and say, yeah, I was hurt, but I gotta let it go. Because like I said, if you don't let it go, it becomes a stumbling block between you and God. You block your prayer line. You block your peace and joy because you didn't forgive. And God is not forgiving the little thing you have done. And so problems begin to build up. That's why it is very, very necessary that we forgive those who has offended us. Number two, why should we forgive? We forgive to rebuild. Remember, during this time that you didn't forgive, both of you have been growing apart. Look at it, it's shifting. Everybody is going their different ways. But when you forgive, it brings you back together. You reclaim that thing that belongs to you. You reclaim your wife. You reclaim your husband. You reclaim your friend. You reclaim your relationship with God. That's what forgiveness does. Forgiveness helps you to rebuild your relationship with God and with man. Forgiveness takes away that bitterness. It takes away that mind of vengeance and retaliation. Forgiveness, when you forgive, you regain your joy. That emotional and mental distress will be gone. You begin again to have your joy. And we know, as we say it, the joy of the Lord is our strength. And so for you to regain that spiritual strength, you have to forgive. So forgiveness is not only for the offender. It's only good for you because you want to go back to who you used to be. You don't want to be this angry person. You don't want to be this person that want to lose everything. You want to lose your relationship. You want to lose your children. Because when you don't let it go, and it led all the way to divorce, where will your children be? So that's what we consider. When we are talking about forgiveness, we don't think only about ourselves. We think about everybody. A broken home breaks the heart of kids. God made it in a way, relationship in a way, more especially when it is marriage. It made it husband and wife and children. That's how you guys put your knowledge together, put your strength and ideas together to raise the children. But when that unforgiveness escalates to the extent of divorce, you walk your way, he walks his way. Yes, some people say that they can organize how to raise the children, but how? Today, this weekend, they are with their father. This weekend, they are with you. Maybe your husband has gotten another person or you have gotten another person, you see how problem continues. Where there is no fear of God, that's when children are abused by stepmother or by stepfather. Do you see where we are letting it go? So when it comes to forgiveness, we are not thinking about ourselves only. We don't want to be selfish in our thoughts. We don't want to be selfish in our decisions. We want to think about our kids, if there is a kid. We want to think about our husband or all the people involved in this relationship. We want to think about everybody before we make the final decision. And I want to tell us that forgiveness is very, very important because it's not only helping you to reclaim your family, to rebuild your family, to rebuild your relationship. It is helping you to bring back everybody together. You are bringing your partner, you are bringing, if there are kids together, you are bringing your family, parents, friends, well-wishers, you are bringing everybody together, back together, because you have forgiven. But when you hold to that hurt, everybody, separation has come. Everybody is going to different ways. And everybody will get hurt along the way. Brethren, unforgiveness causes a lot of havoc in our lives. And I am encouraging you, no matter how hard it is, I want you to let go. And when you let go, it will help you to regain what the devil wants you to lose. It will help you to let go what the enemy want to take away from you. It will help you rebuild your family. It will help you to rebuild your relationship with God. And when you are doing all these things, happiness will become your portion and you will regain all that you have lost. May God help you and may God help all of us. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share all these episodes with your friends and with your well-wishers. God bless you and have a wonderful time. Bye.